While the euphoria over the recent Supreme Court judgment which grants local government administration full financial autonomy to enable it to discharge its responsibility and meet the yearnings and aspirations of local communities continue to be celebrated, some Nigerians say it has not yet uhuru as more need to be done to free it from state governors' apron, many of whom have kicked against the autonomy of local government, calling on the National Assembly to further amend the Constitution. Correspondent Gabriel Audia takes a look at local government autonomy and the call for Inec to conduct council elections in Nigeria. The report.
There are three tiers of government in Nigeria: the federal, state and the local government council, with their own separate powers backed by the federal constitution. But the local government council, which is closer to the people over the years, have been underdeveloped and suffered setbacks due to interference from state governors. But with the recent Supreme Court judgment directing funds to local government coffers instead of state joint accounts, Nigerians are celebrating that move and called for same that the Independent National Electoral Commission should conduct council elections to enable the third tier perform well.
If you grant financial autonomy to the local government, but decide that the elections will be conducted by the state electoral commissions, that is not full autonomy, that is partial autonomy. And then the governors will still have a way of scheming, not just scheming, directly influencing who is going to be there. Even though if Inec is doing it, I know they can still have a way of manipulating. But to some extent, there will be autonomy.
There is still more that needs to be done to restore that system and give it its right place we want as a nation. I advocate a constitutional amendment so that the true autonomy that we want to give to the local government will be fully achieved. By the time we have the National Independent Electoral Commission conducting election at the local government, we will have more of a transparent process at that level, devoid of any interference at the state level.
So we have the Constitution, which is the ground norm, and we have the legal framework for the administration of local government. And I think it is high time the governors should respect the constitutional provisions. They should also respect the laws, the state laws on the regulation of local government, so that we will have a local government that will be responsive to the yearnings and aspirations of the people and the local communities.
While they stated that the Supreme Court judgment directed local government funds not to be sent to the state joint account but to the local government was at variance with the Constitution in a matter which ought to be legislative. They, however, called for the amendment to give it effect at the National Assembly if governors are not democratic.
You see the judgment of the Supreme Court as a judicial intervention in our drive to giving the local government its autonomy in this country, because principally Section 162 of the Constitution is the problem, and the Supreme Court, through its judicial activism, expunged that section of the Constitution to put to rest the issue of joint account by the state and the local government. And we see that as a welcome development. It's a step in the right direction.
So if we feel that the problem is with the state independent electoral commissions conducting local government elections, then the National Assembly should amend the Constitution to give such powers to INEC to conduct local government elections.